Hey there people, what's going on? Ryan White for High Point Music's online video tutorials. And I was thinking with this one, sometimes the best thing you can say to introduce a lesson is absolutely nothing at all. Today we're going to look at those polarizing punks, the OffSpring and the epic tune Self-Esteem. So sit back, relax, let's drop this intro and start breaking this bad boy down. Alright, so the first riff that we looked at there in the introduction, let's have a look at it and break it down. So starting off, we've got So what we've got going on effectively, people, standard tuning, E, A, D, G, B, E, and what we're using is 5th power chord shape, which we're going to just be moving around through the different forms to get the sounds of the riff. So starting off on the fretboard, we are in the key of A, and what we've got is just a standard A5 power chord with our first finger on the 5th, third finger on the 7th on the A string, and 4th finger on the 7th fret on the D. So we've got the octave there. That's our first chord. Second chord, we're moving that shape down to the 8th fret on the A string like that. So to the F position there. So it goes from A, sliding up to the F position there on the 8th fret. After that, people, the third chord we're going to be using is our C5 down here on the A string. And then on the 3rd fret on the string above, we just move up like that. So putting all that together, we go 1, 2, 3, 4, back to the 3rd fret, 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's put the rhythm with that one now. So we go 1, 2, 3, like that. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. With the next one, so it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Keep it going. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. So just take your time with that one, because if you're particularly new to moving power chords around in these different positions, what you're going to find is there's probably a bit of space in between the transition. So particularly when you're moving from the A here to the F, so you're going 1, 2, 3. That just takes a little bit of time to develop. It's very important you just go at a tempo which you're comfortable at, and the most important thing is if you focus on just getting the rhythms right, even if you're leaving a little bit of space in between, that will shorten the more you do it, and the more you pay attention to your fingers and the movement, it'll naturally come together and be very, very smooth, but persistence is the key. Alright, so once we've run through that chord progression using that riff 2 times, people, what happens next is we're dropping down. So I'll run as if we're doing the last time here. And to the F5 down on the 1st fret like this. So we're going 1. So we're incorporating a little bit of palm muting here. So what we do after we hit that F5, if you haven't come across palm muting at all, what we've got is it's just that edge of our palm right here, and we're just gently resting that on the bridge there. So here's our open string, and then we just bring our palm over the strings like that to create that muted, very shortened sound. Alright, so now we're going to put the F5 together with that palm muting technique. So what we've got, after we hit the chord, we go 1, and then we apply the palm muting, where we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2. So we go 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2. So we're effectively hitting the palm muted chord 10 times. That's just the way I like to personally count it. So with the bar going 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I like to put the bar number at the beginning of the sequence. So it's 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3. That might be a bit backwards for some people, but just go with whatever system is easy for you to keep track of what we're working on here. So recapping this, we go 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2. So 2 strums on the 3rd bar, and then we go, so we're hitting the F, sliding up to the G5. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, the next part where the guitar is used in the tune, I'll kick the distortion on so you guys can have a listen to it. So we go. So it's just following the bass line. Alright, so what we're doing there effectively is just on the 5th fret on the E string, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like that. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the C, which is the 3rd fret, up to the G, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then that rhythm on the G when they're moving into the next section. So that's, so it's a hit on the guitar on the upstroke. So putting that together with the distortion for you, so just like that, and again. So that covers us for that part in the verse there. So in the chorus section, it's just repeating the introduction riff. However, what they're doing, the guitarist there, is they, as opposed to having the F5 up the octave here, they're dropping it down the octave to sound a bit heavier and to provide a little bit of extra beef to the chord progression. So we keep the same rhythms, we're just substituting our F5 from here all the way down the octave to our 1st fret there. So that riff is effectively, so again there you can see very, very clearly that it's just moving 1 chord around, and the chord progression, the rhythms, the strumming, everything remains the same, just that one substitution on the F there. Alright, so the last part we need to cover for this one, people, is in the bridge section. So let's have a look at the chord progression. So we repeat that 3 times effectively. Here's the end of the second one. And here's the variation. So this part's nice and familiar. Alright, so let's break down that part there. Pretty simple. Again, using our 5ths, our power chord shape. Let's jump on in. So it starts on the D5, so we're going 1, 2, to B flat, which is our 1st fret, 3, 4, moving up to the F here, 1, 2, and then 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3, 4. So that's just the first part there, to the 1st fret there. Alright, so that's what you do first time through. Second time when you repeat that, there's a little variation with our rhythm in our strumming on the C5. Let's look at that. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. So it's that same rhythm that we looked at before when the guitar comes back in the verse. We're just applying it to the C5 here where it's, so it's a hit. And that incorporates the second time through. So first time through like this, people. B flat on the first fret, to the F on the first, to the C5, down to the B flat, to the F, and here's our variation. Just like that. So you can see it's 2 times through that, with the second time with a variation. So you repeat that chord progression I just played through there 3 times in the bridge section. And then following on from that, the way they transition out of that section back into the verse is we keep our D5, the B flat's the same, but what goes on here, the variation, we come back up to the C5 on our 3rd fret, like that. So 1, 2, and then we transition up to the G. So that's how we're changing the chord progression. So to recap that bit, from our D5, 1, 2, down to B flat, 3, 4, up to C5, 1, 2, to G. So that's just once through that, people. And then to finish it off, we go. Which we are very all familiar with that one. So that's it, people. That's all the guitar parts that you're going to need. Maybe throw in a few pick slides, things like that, just to get a few different punky type of sounds with your playing for the Offspring's Self-Esteem. If you have appreciated today's content, smash those like, subscribe, and share buttons if you haven't already. If you'd like to support the channel and what we're doing, pumping out content for you people out there to improve your guitar playing, you can show your appreciation by flicking us a donation by the PayPal donate function in the description below, or top or bottom of the page on our website if you're watching it there. If you'd like to get my help personally, the quickest and best way to achieve some really good results with your practice is to work with me in a one-on-one capacity through a tailored video program. The way you can do that is we consult, I look at the challenges you're facing and come up with a tailored plan to get you from where you are to where you want to be in the shortest possible time. Other than that, people, bit of fun, particularly for those of you out there who are interested in the punk, rock, and 90s alternative music. Enjoy this lesson, practice it up, and I look forward to seeing you all in future videos.